All right, going live, and there it is, live, I think, maybe? I think I'm good to go. All right, I'm gonna talk as if I was good to go. So, hello to anybody that gets this notification, anybody that watches this back, and welcome to my side order run. Side order, I am down to, I believe, 4 more weapons, one of which I do not have because Agent 8 is the final pallet that I need to unlock. Right there, the final locker, so I don't have that one yet, obviously, but for the other 3 anyways, 3 more, and I've 100% of the DLC, so moving along, and I said that I was going to try to get this all done before Raiders comes out. Well, here I am, man. We've got a Splatoon Direct announced today. Alongside, we have, obviously, we already had the date for Raiders, but we have a lot more information about Splatoon Raiders, as well as we have new amiibos that showed up, so I was like, dude, we've got a new deep cut amiibo set for Raiders. We got new gameplay, we got new announcements, and on top of that, we've got a new Splatfest coming. So I'm like, dude, I have got to go up the tower tonight. I have to go live with some Splatoon. I'm like, I'm not missing this. I'm so freaking hyped right now. It's amazing. So it's not just that, and I'll get the overlay up here in a second. As the notification goes out, I'm going to need some of you to vote in chat so that I know which way to go in this tower. But we had a lot of gaming announcements over the last week. Dude, gaming is sick right now. Between the Xbox Showcase, the PlayStation State of Play, and then Summer Game Fest, and then we ended it all on a Nintendo Direct. And that Nintendo Direct pretty much blew everyone's mind. I think there were a couple, maybe just a touch of rumors of the big announcement that came at the end. But at the same time, I've heard a lot of rumors of that announcement several times throughout the years. I did not expect any of it to actually occur. So when it actually did show up on the screen, especially because, yeah, even if the rumor's out there and we're all excited for it, to see how good it looks, to hear that theme hit after 20 years for Zelda, dude, that looks awesome. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna definitely talk about this. I'm gonna get my thoughts out because I am so freaking hyped for all the announcements that I want to make a run up the tower while we're doing this. Raven, how are you doing? It is a good time, and I welcome you to my stream. I'm gonna check one thing really quickly here. I gotta look at 2 things actually. Let me look at 2 things really quick, and then I'm gonna get started going up the tower here on a Tuesday night. So I figure I said that Splatoon Raiders, not Raiders, side order. I said that side order would be a really good, like, through the week stream. So I said I'd try to sneak a couple of these in. Today's one of those days where I'm going to sneak a little bit more of that progress for the playlist to go through 100%ing this DLC. So I figure, you know what? I think it's time. So like I say, 3 more weapons, and then at the very end, when I have everything taken care of, I believe, then and only then, when everything is already 90%ed, if you will, that's when I should be able to have access to whatever the palette is for Agent 8. At that point, I'll finish it up, and that'll be 100%, man. So, Boxel, how are you doing, my friend? Welcome to my stream. I have pretty much nothing but hype after today because it was we had 4 big gaming announcements. One was really Summer Games Fest, so it was a festival, but between the Sony State of Play, Microsoft's, whatever they call theirs, I just said it and now I forgot it. I think it's just Xbox Showcase. And then we had, obviously, the Summer Games Fest. And then today, we ended it all with a Nintendo Direct. Oh my god, gaming is hot right now, dude. Gaming is so good. There are so many games I'm already backlogged. That's the other thing. I'm going to put up the overlay. I'm already backlogged on about 1,000 things that I want to play. To see more stuff coming up, I'm like, dude, I can't even keep up at this point. A great example is I wanted to play Final Fantasy Tactics. What is that called? I think it's called the Ivalachi Chronicles. I can't remember what they named the remake for Final Fantasy Tactics. I'm behind on that. Digimon Survive is a game that I've been behind on for about 3 years. I finally pulled it off the shelf and said, you know what? I'm going to casually play through this. There's just a million games that I haven't played through. Star Wars, Jedi Survivor. There's another Star Wars game coming out for that. They don't have an announcement, but it's going to be the 3rd of the 3 games. I'm behind on so much stuff. To see another Final Fantasy coming out, to see the announcements we had, I think I'm good to make spoilers at this point. So, if anybody didn't see any of the gaming announcements today, I'm probably going to talk nothing but those announcements. I'm going to be beating those to death. So, yeah, you've been warned. If you haven't watched the Direct yet, there's a bunch of stuff coming. So, see, there's a triumvirate in Salmon Run. I saw that earlier. I was actually running over there really quickly I wanted to see. I forgot about the extra work. I had never claimed my reward. And when I ran over there, I saw the triumvirate, and I'm like, huh, there's a triumvirate. Look at that. And then I ran over here. So, yep, we got a lot of announcements today, and I guess I should just start off with this. Let's get the palette on the screen, and I'm going to ask you guys to vote in chat and decide. Only 3 weapons remain. I don't actually have a 4-way tie anymore, or I should say a 4-way pull. Only 3 weapons left. So, what weapon should I run up the tower with tonight? So we've got Brella is left. I've got, oh boy, Charger is still on the docket. Basically, these weapons, Brella maybe, Splatling. The Brella maybe is the most tame option at this point. The Charger and the Splatling. The Splatling is my worst weapon of all time. I simply cannot play Splatlings. Not only that, they were responsible for my first 100x loss in Splatoon 2 ever. So as a new inkling, as a little newbie, I came in and I blew a 100x with that weapon, and I've never recovered since. So with that on the board here, I know that there's a weapon that I've already failed with. I haven't actually failed too many runs. Nearly all of these weapons I have run up the tower on the first shot. The Splatling was not one of them. The Splatling, I bit it at the very end. Did not make it. So the Charger, I feel like that's going to be a tough one. That one's going to be insanely tough. Brella, I give it a chance. I think Brella is probably the tamest option. So Delta Rune got a Chapter 5, I believe, is what was announced. And what's weird about that is Delta Rune is on like all the systems as well as Steam. But it's every time you get new chapters. 3 and 4 were announced, if I'm not mistaken, when the Switch 2 Direct happened. I believe that's when 3 and 4 happened. So Chapter 5, same thing, Nintendo Direct. So it's for some reason it seems like Toby Fox has gotten really close to Nintendo ever since he was able to get sounds in Smash along with a soundtrack. Of course, Megalovania. None of which I know because I have played only 2 runs of, what's the original? Undertale. I can't believe I forgot Undertale's name for a sec. I've only played 2 runs of Undertale, noting that I think there's, I don't know, I'm going to say there's like 5 endings to that. I know there's the 3 main routes, but there's like subcategories to each one. There's like, it's not just pacifist, it's true pacifist, you know? There's a couple of neutrality runs. There's only 1 genocide, I did that. So, and then I did throw it out there that I was like, huh, I wonder if I should play Deltarune. No one's really convinced me to play it. Not only that, I don't know, it seems, I don't know if Deltarune would be a game I'd be interested in at all, honestly. Maybe. I'm open to interpretation of my gameplay for anybody that recommends Deltarune, as well as I'm open to opinions if I were to see a game that I think is not my jam, if you will, and it works out. So I'm not sure. We'll see. Maybe someday, but similar to Final Fantasy. I mean, especially for somebody like me that I like the Tales of series, which, by the way, Tales of... Now I don't remember which one got announced today because I was distracted during the Direct. I couldn't see the whole thing anyways, but I did hear a Tales game got remastered. I just don't remember which one it was. Either way, for someone like me that's a big Final Fantasy person, I'm a big Tales of series. Xenoblade, I promise myself I'm going to play because now all 3 are coming to Switch 2, so it's time. Dragon Quest got a game, dude. Dragon Quest. Love it. I love to see that we have a new Dragon Quest coming. I'm also backed up on those games. So for somebody like me that's obviously big into JRPG, would I be somebody that would enjoy Deltarune? Cup of coffee and I'm ready to go. Let's do this. All right, let me see where the poll's at. So we've got Brella at 40. We've got Charger at 40. Looks like we're going for a tiebreaker. 40, 40, 20. 40%, 40%, 20%. Splatling. you might be not even stream worthy. I don't know. Maybe, you know what I might do? I haven't recorded any of these in a long time. Maybe I'll take the Splatling and go up the tower myself, like on a Saturday morning, and I'll record that and be like, so, my worst weapon ever. I tried it again, and here's what happened. I think that might be a good idea for the Splatling anyways. At the very least, it gives me a Booyah Bomb. But I died nonetheless. Although, I think maybe the Booyah Bomb is kind of why I died, because when it came to the Splatling, the Booyah Bomb is just too many frames of vulnerability. You know, you're obviously not even frames at that point. You're not even talking frames. You're talking straight up seconds of vulnerability. So maybe that's kind of what was struggling. Because I remember I died against Order. So, all right, I'm going to give it a few more seconds here, or a few more minutes. And then we'll do a tiebreaker here to see, is it Brella tonight or Charger? So, either way, Boxel, you're obviously familiar with Deltarune, I have to imagine. And, well, Kareen, you're the one that had the Sans, what do you want to call it? The Hall of Hell, I'll call it. With the Deltarune symbol, by the way, in the windows. So, that was kind of a nice little, not an Easter egg, I should say a teaser. I don't know exactly when the story of Deltarune occurs. I'm assuming it comes after Undertale, but it's possible it comes before. Either way, you're the one that made that in Smash Bros. So you're the one that just brought up Deltarune, so I'm assuming you are also a big Deltarune fan, so you guys would be able to tell me how that announcement's feeling. And furthermore, is it today or tomorrow? It's the 24th, I'm sorry. Never mind, the new chapter is not today or tomorrow, it's 2 weeks from now. So Gogeta, my friend, how are you doing? And welcome to the stream. Gogeta, want to be our tiebreaker? That, or you can be a tie inducer if you absolutely want to rain on chaos here, because 40%, 40%, 20%, that's the votes. There's only 3 weapons I have not climbed the tower with, minus Mage Agent 8's palette, because hers is still locked, and it looks like it's locked until you literally 100% the DLC prior to her palette. That's the last palette. Otherwise, everything else is locked. So, Charger, huh? All right, so if you break that tie, the poll is going. So if you break that tie right now, I'll go Charger. Brella was the safer option. Charger is the hell nightmare option. I don't know. I mean, I played Charger during Salmon Run, and well, I wouldn't say I'm good, but I certainly survive. So as long as I'm not fighting humans know how to dodge, and I don't know how to aim. But Salmonids and whatever blob monsters you want to call these, they don't dodge very well. So Magical Raven, the tiebreaker maybe. What are you thinking? Gogeta wants Charger, Raven. What do you think? So you don't know what the weapons do, I would assume, but this is a Brella. As you can see, it's an umbrella, and it shoots like a shotgun. This is a sniper rifle. This is a Gatling gun, and I've had a mixed history with this weapon. What do you think I should play tonight? Got to go up. Oh, you already voted Brella. All right, well, Gogeta, you're the tiebreaker, my friend. You are the one. You hit the button, and I will go. You said Charger, but technically, Charger's, it's on the options. You got to vote for it. Either way, guys, so let's see. I made it be a tie. All right, Raven wanted that Brella, which is probably the safe option. Gogeta said Charger, but didn't vote. Unless you did vote, and then you spoke after you voted. Maybe that's what it is. But the poll is closed. Oh, because you already voted in it. I was like, no, it's not. It looks like it's okay to me. I have the power to end the vote at any point. Oh, you did vote. Okay, so that's part of the tie then. All right, looks like I'm going to be rolling a die after all. Anyways, guys, so, dude, we've got such crazy announcements, and I'm going to get started saying them, but just in case anybody did not see the Direct, I'm going to hold off on it for a sec in case there are big announcements, and I don't want to break the news. Other than we already talked about Deltarune, so I'm going to start trickling news right now. So, I told you about the Tales of games I'm excited for. But it's not just the Direct that I'm excited for. Dude, we got a freaking new Spyro game coming. I love it. The last Spyro game we got that was absolutely from the ground up new was like 2009, 2010, something like that. And then after that, the only thing that we've had since was the Reignited trilogy, which is just my childhood all reignited. You know, it's a remake of it. But now we have a brand new game. And that's like, dude, I can't wait. It's just reliving childhood. No different than Splatoon, really. I mean, Splatoon wasn't around when I was a kid, but it's very, very much appealing to that inner gamer of, like, simplicity. It's not Final Fantasy, you know? It's not like an emotional roller coaster with severe parasocial attachments to these characters. But at the same time, there's a story I'm interested in, and it's deeper than it looks at the surface. So Splatoon's kind of scratching the same itch that Spyro is scratching. So I love that we have Spyro coming. All right, I'm going to close the poll. And I'm going to leave it up to fate, my friends. Fate. Unless whoever voted for the Splatling wants a second round at it. But, because technically if I force you not to vote Splatling, if I just open another poll and say Brella versus Charger. All right, the die decides all. What do I want to do? I've got a 20-sided die. Let's go evens are Brella, odds are Charger. Let's go. 2. That is Brella. Evens were Brella, odds was the Charger. So the Brella it is. Brella, let's do this thing. I have my TV very, very low. I can barely hear it. All right, let's do this thing. So Donkey Kong got a huge thing, but I'm not actually sure. I missed what that announcement was, and I didn't get a chance to really go back and look, but I know they're doing like a Donkey Kong challenge. I'm not 100% sure what it is. I'm gonna go in without those. I think I'm good. I've buffed everything pretty well, but oh no, that's not the right way to do it. I wanna increase stuff, especially for you guys. I want you to be able to have fun with the voting. So let me see if I can use my membucks. Actually, I think it's pearls, not membucks. Pearls are what do this. All right, attack damage. That might be pretty good here. Double chip rate, chip color bias, floor reset. No, I'm not gonna do that. So. We've got drone burst bombs, drone this, drone that. Color chips that unlock all of that, of course, is already done. I think. Oh, no, there's a couple of things. Okay, there's things that I didn't do. Maybe burst bomb. I want to give you guys some options, so that's what I'm doing with that. Because these are not necessarily 100% like the best gameplay I can have. Max lives, I haven't really had a problem losing lives. Broken armor jump, all of that, I guess. Attack damage is not an option anyway, so you know what? Give me, I guess give me drone burst bomb. It seems like that could be a good one. Just to give you guys the option if it pops up, I want to put it in the chat. So, all right, I made one new change. Let's go up the tower. I have 4 more runs, and I believe that's the end of the DLC, unless there's something after that. So let me just see really quick. Yes. All right. I wanted to make sure that it's vanilla Brella, I should say Brella. Vanilla Brella is what I'm dealing with here, which means that I can do that. And then I have a sprinkler and I have some rain, so I'm going to try to pretty much ditch that when I can. Lemmy, my friend, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. So we had a lot of really cool stuff for Splatoon Raiders today. They actually showcased it during the Treehouse Live. I was like, no way. I guess I don't know what I expected because they're going to show games that are literally months away during the Treehouse event. So it makes perfect sense that they would show it. But when they announced that we had a Splatoon Raiders Direct coming, I assumed we would get everything there. Instead, we got a full, like, Treehouse gameplay showcase. I'm like, wow, and a Direct, and we saw the new amiibos, and on top of that, we got a new Splatfest coming. Like a brand new Splatfest, not a repeat. All right, guys, let me get this started really quick. Floor. All right. 1, 2. Where do you guys think I should start the day off? I'm going to put that up, and then I'm going to go through my excitement of this freaking Direct, dude. It's overslept and missed it. But don't worry, it's worth it, trust me. To see all the announcements that they had today. They had 50 minutes of announcements, and even their smaller announcements were pretty hype. They opened with Rhythm Haven, and I'm not really sure why, but that game has, like, a pretty decent following. It seems like it's not a bad game, but it just seems like Rhythm is definitely a genre that is not that followed versus other games. But apparently, it absolutely is. Not only that, I think Pokopia, which I don't know if Pokopia counts as a farming game as much as it counts more like a cozy game. But either way, they have struck gold with that in 100 different ways. And then on top of everything, they add a 3-part DLC was announced today. I'm like, man, for anybody that likes Pokopia, on top of the free update that launched today, I think, they got a 3-part DLC. I'm like, you guys are eating great. You got a huge game on your hands here. And it's already been, just the base game alone has been massively reviewed as extremely positive, and it has made them a lot of money. So to drop a 3-part DLC, it's like, when you do that, unless they don't have a plan in place, but I assume that means they already had a plan in place to make Pokopia a 3-part DLC, but they had no idea it was going to sell as well as it did, so they must have either risked everything, or once it started selling like crazy, they came up with, all right, strike while the iron is hot and don't let it cool down. Let's do a 3-part triple DLC. I'm not sure which way they went on that, so... All right, well, you guys are a lot of help. Floor 1, 2, and 3, 3-way tie. All right, I guess I'm going to go with my gut on this one instead of rolling a die. So we've got shot spread reduction, reduces the spread. We have splash damage, and we have drone charge. I feel like I should go with splash damage. I hope that was a good one. And of course, the big one. The big one at the end. We had 2 giant, massive announcements. I know that there were rumors that Ocarina of Time was going to get remade. But you got to understand, they have been saying that for years. Why would now be any different than before? As it turns out, it's finally true. We are getting an Ocarina of Time remake. So not only that, but that was the one of the 2 biggest announcements today. And I can't believe that, like, it's insane that Kingdom Hearts 4 was the other announcement. Now, granted, they didn't give us a release date. So technically, it's kind of hard to say that they gave us a lot. They gave us new gameplay, but we knew Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced already. But it's been like a year since it was announced. And on top of that, they only said that it's going to be, Kingdom Hearts 4 is going to be on Switch 2 upon release of Kingdom Hearts 4. So technically, they didn't even give us that much. But it's still such a massive announcement regardless to see anything new from Kingdom Hearts 4 that it was like, dude, we just saw Square Enix launch the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Now, they literally announced another Final Fantasy game, and on top of that, Kingdom Hearts 4 gameplay. No release date, so technically it's kind of up in the air in those regards. But either way, I'm like, dude, Kingdom Hearts 4, Ocarina of Time, what a way to end it. What an amazing way. So we've got an interesting one on this one. Drone Splat Bomb. That's probably not that bad, honestly, to have Pearl thrown bombs. We have Drone Items, which is allows them to generate items, and then we have Splash Radius, which is increases the radius of damage and turf inked by explosions. That counts as my shot, doesn't it? Or is that only for bombs? If it's bombs right now, it's useless. Well, let me see. Give me a hand, my friends, and vote in the chat. Let me know what our build fundamentals should be on this run. So yeah, it's definitely insane. I think that right now gaming is really hot between that and Resident Evil. Like I said about the Spyro game that we got, we have a lot of good games coming. And not only that, one of the other things I noticed was a lot of the games that were announced on the Sony State of Play or PlayStation State of Play, they made crossovers into the other announcements as well. So for games that are third parties, but they're not like Final Fantasy level third party, sometimes it could be challenging to launch on all systems at once, but there are a couple games. One that's even that I'm even interested in that has a demo on PlayStation right now. I saw that it's also coming out. I think it's on Xbox as well, and it's on Switch. So I'm like, dude, these announcements are coming in hot, like one after another. I'm impressed. It's definitely a summer, looking forward to the summer, a summer to look forward to, and the rest of the year in general is just going to be so many game announcements. Or not announcements, new games. The announcements we're talking about, so many 2026 games. There are a lot of 2027 titles on there as well. I mean, and I haven't forgotten, like, we have two new Tomb Raider games coming. We've got Castlevania coming, and then we've got, what's the last one I was trying to think? Tomb Raider, Castlevania, and Mega Man. We have a new Mega Man game that are in the works for next year as well. So it's like, dude, the major titles that basically can do no wrong, they are popping some big titles coming here pretty soon. So if it's not this year, it's next year. I'm excited. I'm definitely going to get in on the Tomb Raider games. And Mega Man is a decent possibility. I have been out of touch with Mega Man for a long time, and I haven't been a huge enthusiast anyways. So I played a lot of the games that I enjoy, but there are missing ones. Maybe that's what I need to do. I need to get in on that. All right, I'm going to put up the umbrella here and just kind of do that. All right, here we go. Interesting. Pearl, that was a really sick bomb. All right, Pearl's drone bomb is doing a lot more work than I thought it would. That's awesome. I thought it was a nice little touch in the background, but it's actually doing really well. And then of course Splatoon Raiders. I will definitely be doing super edits for that. Let's see. I know this is off topic, but I can't wait for the next Smash night because I got some new amiibos like Ryu and Robin. Oh man, that's gonna be sick. I might take this week off. I'll have to see. I gotta see. Maybe I'll try and squeeze one in Friday. We'll see. Part of the problem is that I have a very, 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 very busy work week. So I was like, today I actually got home earlier than I thought I was going to. I thought I had a really, really late day coming. Since I didn't, I was like, ah, dude, it's the night of the Direct. I'm gonna do Raiders. Not Raiders. I wish I was doing Raiders. No, I'm gonna be doing a tower run on side order. Sorry, I'm clicking something here. Side order tonight, and since tonight's like, it's a little less crazy than I thought it was gonna be, so I'll play Splatoon, and then the rest of the week I'm sure will be as crazy as I expected, possibly even more. Want some more Earthbound, or at least a remake of it? Join the line. How many people have asked for how long? Let me do this. Floor. We got floor number 1. We got floor number 2. And floor number 3. Your assistance, my friends. I appreciate anybody that wants to vote to build my fundamentals here. We're in the early ones. We've got an armor drop. I'm not sure that one's really particularly my vote. I think if it were me, I would probably go as main firing speed. Let me see where you guys' thoughts are. But yeah, dude, we've got a lot of really good games. I'm definitely going to try to talk Naya into doing a Ocarina of Time co-op recording session of that as well, or a recording series. The reason being, of course, is we did just recently, or maybe not recently, but last year, we finished Ocarina of Time, and Ocarina of Time was brand new for her. So I got to actually witness somebody who did not know the story of Ocarina of Time, did not know the big secrets, all of that stuff, and that was a treat for me. Well, we went into Majora's Mask right after that. We're on Wind Waker right now, and sometime in 2026, Ocarina of Time Remake is dropping. So I'm like, oh, we'll do this. We'll totally do this. I think we should make a recorded series out of it while we're continuing through the Zelda games. I think that would be a very unique perspective, too, from us. If we were to do Ocarina of Time Remake only a year after she experienced Ocarina of Time, and she did Majora's Mask right after that, I think it'd be a unique perspective to go into the remake, and then after the remake, go into Breath of the Wild, which I still have not played. I have held that game is back on the shelf behind me, wrapped in plastic, brand new, for 6 years. Maybe more than that. I don't even remember when I bought it. All I know is I said I'm going to catch her up on all of the Zelda games, and then we'll experience Breath of the Wild together. So that's, I could be the only person that goes from Ocarina of Time Remake into a blind playthrough of Breath of the Wild, rather, the biggest Zelda game ever. All right, floor 2, main firing speed. That's where I would have gone to. Let's do this. Will you be able to play some Salmon Run or some online matches? I can try to squeeze a little Salmon Run in, maybe give the Triumvirate one run. I don't want to stream all night because I actually do need to go into work early. And I did go in earlier today, too, so I've been into work very often early in the last week. So I don't really want to push it too hard. I wanted to get a workout in and do some dinner here. Let's see. But I might be able to push one Triumvirate attempt. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what time I get to it. In the meantime, maybe I'll rush it a little bit. Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. I can talk while I'm fighting. And then the infinity ball, there we go. Okay, it's good, it's in. I'll talk while I'm fighting, and I'll do polls very quickly, and maybe I'll make some executive polls here pretty soon too. An executive poll is a poll that I decide that my decision will be whatever my gut feeling is, what I'm feeling, and then I'll build it. Test passed. Oh, sorry, floor cleared. What are you playing Wind Waker on? So we're doing Wind Waker co-op using a GameCube. So we're doing the original version, and not only that, we're doing true co-op. So I actually, during my playthroughs, am using a Game Boy Advance. So we're actually doing true co-op. She's on the Game Boy Advance, and I'm Link piloting the boat, or steering the boat. It has been hilarious. Because the ocean is so vast, you know what? Which one do I want here? I already have, yeah, you know what? I'm going to go can special. I'm going to make the choice on this one myself. So we decided that while we're mapping the ocean and doing a lot of the side islands, we would stream it because recording that, it would be just a lot of dead time and me cutting out a lot of that in the recording, or her. I think, yeah, actually, she's only edited one of the Wind Waker episodes so far. So, but I would cut out the sailing anyways. And I'm like, you know, instead of cutting out the sailing and enjoying that for us, especially because the original Wind Waker did not have the fast sail. So instead of like awkward silence, checking our phones and cutting that out island to island to island and making like a playthrough that's a little too spontaneous because it's just cut after cut after cut, I thought we could stream it. Well, we streamed it, and so far the first night was hilarious. It's also on Switch Online, which it is for the GameCube, but without the connectivity of the two-player mode. So that's why especially I'm drone battery drop or drone items. Well, I'm gonna put this one for you guys. We're doing the two-player connectivity. So that's only available if you have the physical copy for the GameCube. They cut it out in Wind Waker HD, and they did not port it alongside the Switch, which makes sense. They would have to have new wiring, although I guess it wouldn't be impossible to go from a connection to a Game Boy Advance, SP, to a USB on the other end. I don't know how many wires are actually in that connection that goes into the Game Boy, but I'm sure that they probably could have done it if they really wanted to, and just chose not to. Because, I mean, how many games... Although, I guess if you're going to port the GameCube games, you're going to have to understand that some people are going to miss that old-school connectivity. It wasn't a lot of games, but it was there. Certainly had several games that had the ability to join in with a Game Boy Advance onto the GameCube. So, without that ability, you know, it's just not there. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, we're going to be doing this old school. I own Twilight Princess for the Wii U. So here's the interesting thing about that is I absolutely love Twilight Princess. It's right now my favorite Zelda game. Very, very close second is Majora's Mask. I have not played Breath of the Wild. I have not played Tears of the Kingdom. So on those regards, I had Twilight Princess for the Wii, the original, not the HD version, but it was there for the GameCube. Twilight Princess launched on GameCube and Wii, so it wasn't actually, it looks like Floor 2 is going to be the winner. It wasn't actually exclusive to the Wii, and it was not the first Zelda game on the Wii. Skyward Sword, I believe, was the actual first one on the Wii that was not on a GameCube. But I had the Wii version, and I still have the Wii version of Twilight Princess. And let me tell you, that is the best version. I love that. I don't know, I guess maybe the HD version could be better because obviously it's the HD version. It's using the newer technology. Kill him. Come on. Come on, little spinner, go. All right, I guess we're gonna put up the blocks. But I loved using the Wiimote to play that game. I absolutely loved that game. That is one of my all-time greats, one of my all-time favorites. And on top of that, when I played when I played Twilight Princess, it was right around the same time that I also played what I consider my favorite story game ever, is Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. That game came out right around the same time that I was playing Twilight Princess. So I got Twilight Princess and Crisis Core, two of my all-time greats. Both happened at the same time. It was amazing. Good times, man. It was really good times for that. Let's go mobile ink recovery because I don't have sound waves. I don't know if I'm going to have a killer whale or not, and the other one I'm not going to use anyways because I don't rush attack anybody. Twilight Princess is like $200. What? I feel like there's no way. They printed so many copies of that game. Usually the games that are worth absurd amounts are the games that they didn't make a lot of copies of, and therefore they're like super, super expensive. Like a great example is the Fire Emblem games. They didn't make nearly as many Fire Emblem games like Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn. Those two especially, they did not print as many copies as like Pokemon and things like that. Smash Bros. Not only that, but another one was Metroid. Metroid Prime. They just didn't make as many copies on the GameCube as you'd expect, especially for as legendary as that game was. But think about how much Mario Sunshine costs as a GameCube game versus Metroid Prime, an original copy of Metroid Prime. That's where it's really dumb. I don't want people to have to pay that much money to be able to experience something or emulate it, you know? They should just work on making all of those games accessible. But I also recognize that they're not going to do that unless it's profitable, so that's kind of the unfortunate reality of gaming, is that everything has to have a profit associated with it. So if they're going to sell those games, they're going to absolutely like try to profit like crazy on them again. But not only that, but I'm sitting on a gold mine of games that I don't want to get rid of, but it's also kind of foolish for me to keep them because I don't collect things, and if they're worth as much as they're worth, I should bail on my old Fire Emblem GameCube games. I should bail on my Metroid games. The Wii U version is $150, so the Wii U version is really expensive for some reason. I wonder what the heck happened. It's in the HD version. All right, Splat Drone Gauge, Splat Bomb, and Main Piercing. Well, once again, my friends, I will send the vote to you guys. Floor 1, Floor 2, and Floor 3. Let's do this thing. But that's the other thing, too, is it's just like, I absolutely don't agree with how crazy the market has gotten, but at the same time, I mean, there's so many collectible things that just make no sense. I wish they weren't as quote-unquote collectible. I mean, my old Pokemon cards, dude, my old Pokemon cards are, like, absolutely crazy expensive. I mean, they're not... I don't have any of the, like, Shadowless Mewtwo's or anything, but I certainly have cards that I'm like, come on, man. Those shouldn't be worth that much. New cards are also worth insane amounts, to where the hobby's not even about collecting and playing anymore. It's about how much does that card cost and who's going to buy it. Same thing with old games, man. I know somebody that's got a copy of Rule of Rose on PlayStation 2. Literally, that game is crazy expensive. I think that game is well into the $1,000 mark if you have a copy. Went to a gaming store, and they have the Lucas amiibo for $7, and there is 3 of them. Are they all different poses? I like when they do multiple amiibos like that. That's what they're doing right now with Deep Cut. All right, looks like Floor 1 is the winner. Splat Drone Gauge, let's go. All right. Still want to know, and I know it's coming to an extent. I know ACT has a little bit of story that's going to be involved. My umbrella actually turned green. Look at that. Their story is completely unknown to me, and I have no idea why they're sanitized on top of that. And I'm like, that's probably the one thing that's not bothering me, I should say. It's probably the thing I'm looking forward to the most by 100%ing the DLC is ACT. What happened? They're sanitized. They don't even have that much of a background. Was ACT even... I don't even remember if ACT was in the other games. I think somebody told me ACT was in Splatoon 2 briefly, but I don't remember. I know that they weren't in Octo Expansion. All right, let's throw that because it's just another tower. It's going to take 2 seconds. Drone, or the Pearl drone bombs are working out great, so I'm happy with that build so far. And I'm not a Brella player, so far the Brella's not really... It's not difficult. I think we're good. Jump and shoot and jump and shoot. I think I'm doing okay. That's going to be the big thing right there, is I could use a little firepower with the Brella. All right, here we go. Don't need to shoot the top of it because I am safe. Test passed. Smash Brawl. It's not expensive, but it's fun. Yeah, I got my copy back here behind me. Brawl was good times. The only problem I had with Brawl... Okay. Great choices. The chat will decide. What floor would you like me to transgress, my friends? My big issue with Brawl was that I was a melee competitive player. I had an amazing record that I estimate is probably 2-40. I was a terrible player. But I was a competitive player. I sucked, but I tried. So you can imagine how I felt about trip mechanics and lack of wave dashing in Brawl. Still had fun. But I also was very critical of Brawl as a competitive game. And I would say today, right now, as it sits, I'm still critical of it. I don't think anything's changed. Mine was tripping. The trick mechanics, isn't it great? You just randomly trip, and by sheer dumb luck, you can lose a match with money on the line because of a fluke in the game. Wasn't a big fan of that. I really wasn't. There's a bug in Brawl where Jigglypuff is super big on stage. I remember that, and I remember... It's not a bug, but a glitch, I should say, in Melee. Have you ever heard of the black hole? I've done it about a dozen times. It's just a really stupid, funny thing to do. The black hole. Not available in Brawl, by the way. They patched it out. So what the black hole was in Melee, you could be on Temple. You would have Fox or Falco on one side of the ditch, like that downward path, in the middle of Temple. You would have teams on. So 4 players. Player 1 is Fox on Team Red. Player 2 is Fox on Team Blue. Both Foxes would stand across the ditch from each other with their reflector shields on. Meanwhile, Player 2 and Player 4, they would, the other teammates, they would take a super scope and charge them up and fire them. The super scope would go through the reflector shield of their teammate Fox, but then it would hit the other Fox and it would reflect back into your Fox, and then reflect into their Fox, and then back and forth and back. So for an infinite volley, the super scope charge shot would go back and forth between the 2 Fox reflector shields, back and forth and back and forth. Well, if you shoot about 100 of those, the game starts lagging because all of them have infinite physics. They don't fade. So then you'll shoot 2, 3, 4. So you have 5 of them bouncing back and forth between the 2 reflector shields of Fox. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, till the game literally either crashes or it decides to load all of those super scope shots into one mega ultimate cataclysmic shot that does not move. It just sits there infinitely. It is the black hole. So it forms all those super scope shots into the black hole. If you touch the black hole, your pixels explode. You will go to 999 damage in a quarter second. You may fly through the stage. Part of you may fly through the stage. You may just stop existing and you're gone. The game may crash. You can throw stuff into the black hole, like items, and it will just sort of sit there stagnant. Maybe it starts spinning. It just breaks the game. It's like a different outcome every single time, and it's hilarious. Not good for freezing the game, of course, but that is the black hole in Melee. Alright, so looks like we got a tie, so I think I'm gonna... No, we don't. Yep, there it goes. Okay, I was gonna say, I thought it moved. So, it looks like it's floor number 1, drone gauge, and I'm on hard. I think all of the options were hard, but with Umbrella, let's see what I can do with Umbrella, man. Let's try this. Yeah, the black hole in Melee is my favorite glitch. It is great. They patched it out in Brawl because I think a super scope fades over time, so you can't just shoot it and it goes forever. Alright, this one should be easy. Let's do that. And then you guys... Oh, maybe not. You guys got a couple of problems over here, but that's alright. I think Pearl can take care of most of this. Whoops. Let's do that, and then let's throw that, and let's see if I can actually get over there and get it. Get splatted? Did it work? No, it didn't work. I thought for a second Pearl got it. Alright, so let's knock that over. There we go. Got you. You're done. Got that. Let's go. Alright, come on. Pearl. I can't aim, I can't shoot, so you're gonna have to do this for me. I'm pretty bad with the umbrella, actually. This isn't really the greatest thing I've ever done, but wait. I can possibly do. Yeah, come on, go, little umbrella, go. It's just like a giant shotgun, except it's an umbrella. There we go. Just got to remember to use it the way it was intended to use. One big shot with a ton of damage, and maybe if I'm competent when I aim. Drone gauge, splat drone gauge charge, pearl bomb. All right, well, I'm pretty much building the pearl drone up. I didn't know if I meant to do that, but, oh yeah, I didn't end the poll. Let me start another poll, and let's see where you guys think I should go on this one, because right now, I don't want to invest everything in pearl, but that seems to be what we're doing. So if that's the case, then pearl build, let's go. I did say I'm terrible with this little shotgun umbrella, so if I can't aim, if I can't shoot, if I can't put the defenses up at the perfect time, then what good am I? Let's just let pearl do all of it. All right, let's see what we got. We've got floor 2, floor 3. The rigorous ones are both winning. Nope, floor 3 is in the lead. I'll give you guys about 30 more seconds, and then I guess I'm diving in on a rigorous floor. Good thing I got a lot of lives, right? I got a cup of coffee here too, so let's do that. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing with the new Final Fantasy game. It's a 2D tactics style game, and the decision to go with something like that, alongside the fact that we currently have Final Fantasy VII Revelation is the biggest thing in the world. I love that they had dedicated the time to make a brand new Final Fantasy with unique IP. Not only that, guys, Fire Emblem. Yeah, you know I love my Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem Three Houses, which I actually left a playthrough I didn't do yet, is still kind of up there looming. And we also have Three Hopes. Three Hopes after that I have not played, so I'm a little behind on my Fire Emblem. But now we've got the next, and we knew it was coming, but this time they showed more of Sothis, they showed more of the characters, they showed a little bit of the gameplay. I'm like, oh yeah, Fire Emblem, here we go. All right, so if you guys enjoy Fire Emblem, man, is anybody else hyped for that? Fire Emblem alongside that, another anime-style game, Persona 6, has been announced as well. Dude, we have so many freaking announcements, it's crazy. All right, evens, floor 2, odds, floor 3. 4, floor 2 it is. So we got the splat drone charge and a rigorous floor. Bottoms up, my friends. Here we go. I'm going to do my best. I will try not to fade into the oblivion, but I'm using this weapon that... It's not the end of the world, it's just not my best weapon. So, all right, let's try it. I think the charger would have been a tough one, and I think the charger alongside... Oh, it's weird. I haven't seen this map, and now I've seen it twice. I saw it on my last playthrough. I never saw this map with any of the other weapons. So not only am I using the charger as an example of things that can go poorly, but I'm also including in there, I gotta go this way, the splatling that already went poorly, because that one, it speaks for itself, the fact that I already blew up. You lost control? No, I didn't. You lost control. I've regained control is what I am. I'm in control of myself. I've armed myself with the tools. No! How dare you? All right. Throw that and dodge the sniper, because, you know, I ain't about that. I want nothing to do with that. Here we go. Whoa, okay. Sniper, watch out. You are messing around with me, and you have no idea who you're getting yourself into here. I am Agent 8. I'm Conqueror of Commander Tartar, and don't snipe me. Don't snipe me! Okay. All good. Everything's fine. Just a couple of snipers. Not a big deal. All right, let's get that. 10 ticks left to go. 10 tick. Whoa! Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. We're good. Floor cleared. See? Nothing. No problem at all. I definitely was not like a quarter second away from total annihilation. A snipe right in the face or any of that. All good. Here we go. I hope we're ready. Marina, Act, how you feeling? Here we go. I don't know which one I prefer. I think they're all pretty equal. I don't think there's a huge Achilles heel when it comes to if I get the Rondo, if I get the ball. I think I'm good. Goal with Smash Bros. Is to learn how to play Ice Climbers, Roy, and Toon Link. Toon Link, I'm surprised. I always assumed everybody loved Toon Link competitively anyways, better than the other two Links. But I've actually seen that a lot of the pros put them in the same category when it comes to official. Whoa, God! You have your brush. There we go. I was gonna say, geez, would I blow this thing up? I got a jump shot, is what I got to do. I've seen that they rank Toon Link right alongside the other two Links, and I'm like, really? On official tier lists and such. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's not really going great. Pearl, maybe a drone or two. All right, I'm going to do that because I think I'm the one that's a little cornered here. You know what? Yeah, how do you feel about that? Hey, I actually got her. Nice. All right, let's go. But Toon Link is a good pick, I think, because the Toon Link's hitbox is little on the exaggerated style, actually. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, I see that. There's that. And there's that. Let's go. Yeah, give me the armor. Then throw that, and then let's find you. I don't need. Yeah, I don't need that. Let's move. I'm a little. Yeah, I'm having just a couple of problems here. All right, we need to move this way. One left. Let's back up, back up, back up. Throw that there. All right, I see you. Oh, Luna Blaster. Watch out. Gotcha. Woo, that was close. I think that Luna Blaster was going to pop me in the face, and that was the end of that. Floor cleared. Gotta go. Lemmy, my friend, you take care. Have yourself a good night, and I will catch you around. I can't wait to see the new amiibos, and on top of that, Ice Climbers, I commend the pick because I never see anybody play Ice Climbers. That smelly fin gelatin fell again. That boss had no bars while we tossed the big bombs. I feel like I've seen her say that before, but either way, I'll still read it. You two are so cool, it's scary. No joke. I'm glad we're on the same side. Act. They're just sitting there like, yeah, whatever. Ink recovery rate, sound wave damage, vending machine. I've got 2,000. I could go with the vending machine. I think we do. I think I'm going to make the executive call myself, and I'm going to go with the vending machine because I want to try to get a bomb instead of the sprinkler. Also, the rain is not really doing a lot of favors for me either, so if I can find a secondary special, that would be sweet. All right, splash damage, sound wave damage. I got a very bad roll here. This was not great. All right, well, I guess let's dealt by explosions. Well, I don't really have any explosions, but okay, I guess we're gonna do that, and then killer wave, pearl drone. I got nothing, man. I guess no. Save the pearls or the membucks. Save those membucks, and let's keep going. Yeah, that. I can't say that really worked out the way I was hoping it would. That vending machine was kind of eh. So. Ink Saver, splash damage increases by explosions or drone pearl. I'll let you guys decide. Let's see, anybody out there that's lurking that wants to vote, where do I go? Do I start working on my weapon, which I have a couple of red chips on hand now, so I'm starting to build? Or do I start thinking maybe I'm using too much ink? I haven't ran out of ink, but maybe a couple of times. Or do I just keep investing everything I got into the eye in the sky and let Pearl keep doing her thing? Because I'm at a pretty rough crossroads here where I'm not really a great Brella player and I'm struggling a little bit with it, so it makes sense to go with Pearl, but I also like the idea of going with the splash damage. I don't know. What do you guys think? I'll take a sip of coffee and I'll keep on going. Votes, my friends. Looks like floor number 3 is gonna take it. So splash damage. I mean, does my attack, if it's giving me this many splash damage pallets, or color chips rather, for the pallet, then I have to assume that my primary attack, this, is considered splash damage when it hits. Otherwise, I don't have explosions, so I'm investing in chips for attacks that I don't even have. Thankfully, it's not rigorous, but at the same time, you have to really wonder if I can handle hard at certain aspects like this. Because the rigorous ones sucked, but at the same time, it really was, it was a tame rigorous. So it didn't feel like a clean win because real rigorous is, oh, give me the disc. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, let's go. All right, we got 40 ticks left. All right. All right, I'm going to throw that. Get out of the way there. I don't have any of my usual go-tos, which is usually like poison ink and ink recovery. I don't have any of that stuff. I have no sneaky stuff. I'm investing heavily in the Pearl drone here, so I got to wonder if that's the right move or if I'm going to regret that. Let's see. Not bad. So I definitely want to catch up on my Final Fantasy. Like I say, Final Fantasy Tactics, I've missed that game. I don't have enough for a vending machine, drone gauge, run speed. I'm gonna make the executive decision and go on this one myself. Let me build it up. So I think it's called I think it was the Ivalachi Chronicles. I can't remember now what it was called. All I know is it's a port of not even a port. Don't use special weapons. Well, that's pretty easy to do actually. Let's go all the way up here. It's easy to do that because I have range. So you know what? I'm gonna do this and then yeah, there we go. All right, check that out. So don't use specials. Well, there we go. You know what? I think splash damage is doing a lot. So I know it likes to kind of build you to be OP. All right, dodge that. It likes to build you to be OP, so it gives you the option to build your weapon up on its proficiencies, whatever weapon proficiencies it's got. All right, back up, back up. There we go. Actually, that damage isn't really bad. The last one, of course. Oh, what? Were there only two? I thought I had a third one to go. Okay, that one was, well, I guess it was an easy floor. That makes sense. So I want to catch up this summer on my Final Fantasy, man. And then somewhere in there, I want to sneak in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, a game that I've been waiting and planning on playing for a while. And somehow I backed up on it, even though I love Jedi Fallen Order. Main damage, Lucky Bomb, Splat Drone Gauge with a bonus. Well, this is a great one. The crossroads are in your hands, my friends. Which way do I go? Floor 1 is getting that damage that I was wondering and waiting for so much because I was worried that I'm really not doing any damage. I got all splash damage. Lucky Bombs, that would be pretty much kind of like Pearl. It'd be auxiliaries. It'd be a little bit of support. And then the the drone gauge, maybe let's see, fills the drone gauge by defeating enemies. I was going to say, maybe we just keep investing in Pearl and let Pearl take care of everything. I'm not sure which way I want to go on this. Let's see where the votes are. So, it looks like everybody that's out there wants floor 3. You guys want me to have some damage, and I agree. If I'm going to be using Umbrella, it is definitely a good idea to have a lot of damage up close because, like you saw, the fast-moving enemies, when they try to overwhelm me, I have to put the Umbrella up. Might as well have some damage on that, too, so I think that's a good pick. I secretly voted without you thinking I'm here. Kareen, how dare you? But I appreciate your guiding hand. I need all the help I can get. That one, actually, I don't need any help. I think that one was perfect. That's going to go right in. It is not going to go in, and I messed up. Okay, oh, wait, no, it's going in. We're good. All right, let's do this. These little, whatever they're called. What are these things even called? I don't know what to call them. They're not, I don't know, like order gremlins or whatever they are. I'm not sure. All I know is test passed, floor cleared. All right, we're about halfway up the tower. We're at the halfway point now, Kareen. So throw some salmon run at the end of this with all the triumvirate that we got going. Let's see, they're fishies. They have really long names. really long names. No, I seriously have no idea what the frick they're called. We got main ink damage, main piercing, ink sever. Let's see, main ink coverage allows you to ink more turf. Well, you guys know where I'm at with this, which is I'm lost. So viewer choice. Let's see. We got yellow palette chips. That's a first for this run. And I don't know if I've actually used a yellow palette at all in any of my side order runs. So I'm going to give you guys, let's see, you mean fishies that have a long name, duh. Fishies. They are fishies. I don't know, are they actually called fishies? I would actually, or fishes? I would expect them to do something like that in a game like this. In fact, act what they think. What do you think? Marina, what does she think? I think they think I should go with main piercing. Seems like right now, piercing enemies would be a pretty good thing to go for. Hey, you guys think the same thing. Every vote is for floor 3. If everything is for floor 3, then we're gonna go. They are. Really? I did not know they're called fishes. They aren't. Okay, they aren't. I'm getting very mixed vibes. Hey, you guys sent me into danger. Is that gonna be okay? I'm okay. I'm not in danger. You're in danger. I'm happy. I work best when I'm in danger. In fact, I like being in danger because I think better when no item drops. No drops from items. Guess we'll have to do this the hard way. As long as you keep throwing bombs, I don't mind. It's when I especially found out the hard way when Pearl was off limits, and my entire build was nothing but Pearl. Like the entire build was literally contingent on Pearl doing her thing. This is, yeah, I was gonna say this isn't great, but I think we're okay. Can't really aim that far, but hey, who needs aim? Oh, you lost control? You lost control. I'm perfectly fine. Throw that down there, and let's get control back. There you go. All right, first throw that down there. You're coming up here. That's perfect. If all of you guys did that, I wouldn't have a problem. Why are you freaking out? Is it because I'm on a Switch 1? He's, what do you mean I lost control? You lost control. There's no control loss here. There we go. All right. How many ticks left? 30? We're good. All right. I think I'm confident. I can do this. Throw that. And then throw that as well. They're falling down there, but I don't think they're inking it up. So you've got that crap going. We good? We good? Test pass. Nicely done. You guys were right. Oh, they're literally called fishies. Okay, I gotcha. It's an anagram. I gotcha. All right, my bad. Let's see. The even smaller fish are called languendo. And the big guy is called Lanetto, or is that an I? I can't even tell right now. Ianetto? Or I think it's Lanetto. The guys that run away are called Alamambo. No, Nito, they have official names. All right, so they're just fishies. I think that's right. I think we're going to go with fishies because they're just Pearl's creation. Sorry, Marina's creation. Mobile special. I think I know what you guys are going to do. Let's see. Oh, that's right. You can. I forgot. You can go see what they're called. Cypher has those as little trophies for your locker, so they probably have their names there. I forgot about that. That makes perfect sense. Lore drops. All right, just checking Discord really quick. Actually, I have nothing to check in Discord. There's no post. There's no link. I got nothing in my chat right now. Never put that in there. All right, so we got mobile special charge. Fills the gauge by moving. I guess that makes sense why you guys are voting that, because that's it's a safer option than that. And at the same time, I'm running a lot, and I have a lot of pearl chips. So looks like that's going to take it. I'm going to give it 30 seconds, sip some coffee, and let's do this. Yuppers, that's where I'm reading it. That makes perfect sense. I forgot about those. I haven't been going to Cypher as much as I should to get her stuff. I didn't fill up the locker or anything. In fact, my locker is the same locker it's been since season 1. Literally, that very first season, I turned it into a snack locker, and I've left it like that, so. All right, let's, where do I want to go? I think, yeah, let's just go with this one. And that was a fail. All right, no problem. Let's do that. Boom. Yep, enjoy that. I heard, what did I hear? Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's do that. Let's just take one ball in at a time. What do you guys say? One ball. It's easy. This is an easy floor. It's calm vibes. There's no rigorous going on here. There's nothing crazy. We're gonna grab the ball. Hello, Infinity Ball. Let's go. I enjoyed the 8-ball stuff that was in Octo Expansion, and I did not have any idea that people for 5 years prior to me playing it did not enjoy that. They didn't enjoy this either, and I disagree with them. I enjoy a good get the ball in the hole challenge, especially when the hole has a little bit of gravity. Test pass. Alrighty. Hey, Mary, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I am doing well. I am trying to finish 100%ing side order. So I've been sprinkling little streams here and there. No launch umbrella. What does that mean? Prevents the umbrella shield from launching, allowing you to keep shooting it with it. Isn't that a nerf? I kind of want it to. Yeah, that sounds like a nerf. I don't know. What do you guys got? Let me go ahead. Viewer choice. You guys decide my fate. Let's see what floor do you guys think, because I'm at a loss here. I think option number 2 is a nerf. I kind of like the fact that Brawler shoots. It's, you know, that's kind of my main thing. Oh, wait, why did I do that? Rush, knockback? I'm not going to use these. I don't know. You guys let me know. But let's see. Going to do a no hacks run. My very first run was a no hacks run, and it went well. I literally went right up the tower, so it was all good. Is this your favorite game that you're playing right now? It's up there. I would say of the games I'm playing right now, Wind Waker, it's hard to compete because I'm recording that with my recording partner. She has never played it. I have one solid playthrough years ago on it, but that one's really tough, so it's really tough to actually compete with Wind Waker. But I love Splatoon. I've been there since Splatoon 2 anyways. I missed Splatoon 1, but I knew it was out at the time, so... Alright, looks like you guys want me to die. Rigorous on floor 2, as well as it seems to be a nerf that I don't even like, but we're going to find out. See, are you a daily streamer or have a schedule? I don't really have a schedule. I'm not a daily streamer. I'm also going to sneeze in like 3, 2, 1, something. Yeah, maybe it's backing up. Either way, yep, looks like we're good. The sneeze failed. I'm not a daily streamer, no, but what I do tend to go on the weekends. A lot of the time, Friday nights are my most reoccurring stream is Friday Night Smash. I actually just did a huge all-day stream celebrating 7 years of Friday Night Smash. But I myself usually go on the weekends. I haven't done any Pokemon in a little while. That doesn't mean I haven't been shiny hunting. I have not had success. The reason I shiny hunt is because I'm kind of the father of shiny hunting. I've been doing it longer than literally anybody. For 20 plus years, I've been hunting those shinies, and I'm not about to stop now. Looks like you guys are all in agreement. Floor number 2. Unless you know something I don't, I feel like this is a nerf. I'm scared. All right, guys, well, let's see. You're building my build, and so far, I trust you. Usually, Archo comes in here, and he just picks the hardest floor, and that's worked out, too. We've gotten some really silly builds over the course of 100%ing this DLC, so, you will see. I'm gonna die. Oh, it's this one. This one's good. I'm good with this. Even though you gotta watch out the snipers in the front, and you gotta watch out that, that this is a very long path. All right, so... That, it worked. It works quite nicely, but at the same time, it's questionable because it doesn't shoot anymore. It just blows up in your face, which I guess works for the weapon better than I give it credit for, because as I have the shield up, it's, can it block snipers? Do I want to find out? I think it blocked it right there. I'm not really sure. It's high risk, though. I don't know if I want to find out that it blocks the sniper or not. All right, back up. Yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, we're good. It blocks the sniper. I didn't know if a sniper was strong enough to break through it, you know? All right, so I can just kind of sit here and shoot this thing, and thanks to Kareen's advice, I now realize, even though it took me a little while to do it, I realized that the... check it out, grab that armor. The top of that thing moves it the most, so if I can aim for the top of that little tower, turbine, whatever it is, that gets me the best results. All right, so let's back up, back up, back up. So at the very least, I guess I don't have to wait for this thing to charge. Ah, that's... Okay, I'm starting to see some benefits here. I can just hide in my little corner, and I can duck in my rabbit hole and be okay. Watch out, watch out. Yeah, you got to be facing the target. All right, take you out, and where is that tower even at? Go there. All right, so that's not bad, actually. Okay, maybe this thing's a little better than I thought. Let me just back up, and I'm vanilla Brella, so I gotta just be a little careful that, there we go. I've got a lot of ink going out the door here, as well as I've got a very small little window, and if I'm not facing the sniper, I will die. All right, we don't want no snipers here. There we go, there we go, there we go. Uh-oh. All right, so remind me to focus on a little bit of ink saver. And by remind me, I mean, I'm not making too many more executive calls, I think. So You guys focus ink saver for me, and I will be just fine. All right, there we go, there we go, there we go. And grab the can special. Go, 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 go. Not bad. I didn't think. I thought I had a little bit more to go. Okay, that was good. 2 minutes, 22 seconds. Not bad. Mary says, do you have any other plans to get custom stuff like logo, banner, overlays, all that? I would say that that's actually pretty much, I mean, maybe the banner, but that's all taken care of with the Great Kitty Cat Fiend for my logo, my avatar, and that overlay you see right here on screen. The simplified version, I don't have as much going on the screen right now, but that was the great Janinjuice himself that did that. Janinjuice is amazing, dude. He's a Japanese animator, and he has such a cool style. It's insanely good. Not only that, but he's got his own website of all his characters and everything. It's crazy to see his style, especially My Inkling Miasma. My Inkling Miasma is drawn by him. I don't have it on the screen right now, but on the thumbnails, if you scroll through, you can see several of my thumbnails. I've got the Inkling Miasma. He brought it to life for me, and it's amazing. But no, I'm always game. Absolutely, I can take a look. Hey, Buxel, how you doing? I survived, and this is another solid attempt here that I'm gonna throw this up to the chat and let you guys decide how you want to go on building my build, because it looks like you guys know what you're doing better than I do, and I want to know splat, drone gauge, drone gauge charge, or disc piece. All good options. And of course, that is true. No, that's absolutely true. Do I still have that? Hold on, I might have that asset. Sunny Flapjacks of many names in the chat here also drew my Inkling for that big festival that we call Grand Festival. God, my brain died right there. It was like, where is that name? It's gone. But you can absolutely hang on one second. I gotta actually post this link. I did not post the Discord link during this, I guess. Let me grab that. I assumed that I wasn't gonna need it actually, but let me go ahead and do that. No, among other things. But yes, you drew that for the Grand Festival, and I still have that asset. I thought I still actually had it in my resource folder here right on the stream. I do not. I cleaned that up when I did the first bounty, second bounty, all the bounties that I was doing for Smash Bros. So that's kind of the new fun thing is I decided to do a bounty system where there are challenges in Smash Bros. Friday Night Smash, where if somebody succeeds and they're the first to do it, to complete the bounty, the challenge, they pick who I play for probably about like 45 minutes, 50 minutes, somewhere in there. So it's been great fun. I love that we're integrating that now, because I thought that was a pretty clever idea for the anniversary stream, and now it's a reoccurring thing. All right, guys, 30 seconds. I'm going to sip a little coffee, and then I'm going to end the poll, because I see another vote came in. So right now it's in favor of floor 3, but it was just tied. Raiders looks amazing. I love that we're having up-close melee attacks. All right, that's the winner then. Floor 3 it is. Disc piece drop. Ceaseless open season uneven floor. I not only love that we're getting like hatchets and melee weapons, but I love like the little satellite ink things. I don't remember. They had a really fun pun name. I don't remember what the punny name was for those satellites, but they have really innovative, like, creative weapons that are just silly in all the right ways. So I'm like, oh, man, Raiders is going to be sick, dude. Doing this single play. Let me try not to choke on the coffee grounds that were at the bottom of my cup. So it's going to be a single-player game, but I'm also hopeful for two things. I'm hopeful that as the mechanic, it implies... Oh, that was possible death. I think we're good. I thought I didn't deflect that, actually. That was... Yeah, that was close. I think he missed by just about a very tiny little amount. As the mechanic, I think that my hopes that we get a Splatoon racing game, I've been saying that since Splatoon 2, but the fact that we played the mechanic. Did I die? Or did I got hit. Don't shoot through this. I don't want to find out that I take small damage instead of no damage. But since we play the mechanic, I can't help but feel like we got to build machines at some point. And if those machines happen to be racing machines, then the wild shot in the dark I took of writing Nintendo to make me a Splatoon 2 spin-off game, racing game, happened, and I got my way. And if that actually does happen, dude, I'm gonna freak out. I'm gonna be like, there's no way. I have a cat. He jumped out. I didn't even see he was here. He moved so quick. He was so silent. He jumped on me. My controller is literally under his. Oh, okay, buddy. Yeah, thank you. I love you too. He's doing cat stuff, and it's all good because cat's fast. All right, you want your cuddles? Here's your cuddles. Hi, buddy. That was pretty close. Whoa. He wants belly rubs. This is going off the rails, man. This is crazy. All right, rub the cat's belly. Tells chat shooting to the top of the tower makes it quicker. A few minutes later, proceeds to shoot the bottom. No, there's a simple answer to that. I was scared. So I was hiding under that little hill. That direct was so good, I actually sobbed when I saw Kingdom Hearts 4. I saw that, and we said it. I was talking, so I got to the end of, I was able to get back to my desk for the very end. Turf filled by inking surfaces. I'm going to go and make the executive choice here myself. So I was talking because I got back to my office and I was able to see the very last about 12 minutes of the direct. And when Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, and 3 were announced on Switch 2, I was like, what do you think the odds are? I typed it out right there. It's still in Discord. I said Kingdom Hearts 4? I'm like, what do you think the odds are that Nintendo got the okay to announce Kingdom Hearts 4? Granted, technically it's not a huge announcement because there's no date. It's just gameplay, but that's more than we've had. All we've had is a simple trailer, and we knew it was in development. So I was like, what do you think the odds are that Square Enix announced through Summer Game Fest that we were getting the finale to Final Fantasy VII? And then in the same breath, a few days later for the Direct, they announced the other colossal announcement they have, Kingdom Hearts 4. And I said that like it was never going to happen, but it would be cool if it did. And then it happened. I'm like, there is no way that just happened. That is absolute insanity. I cannot believe that that actually did happen. So now we have ourselves a situation where there are 3 brand new Final Fantasy games. I'm sorry, 2 brand new Final Fantasy games coming out, as well as a Kingdom Hearts game. I'm like, dude, this is just insane. Square Enix, you guys, here's your crown. You dropped this. Holy crap. And that's, I mean, 50 minutes of just solid games. Even the minor announcements, just the tiny little stuff like Tales of series getting a remastered old game was like, for the Tales fans, oh my god, that game of all games, hell yeah. I don't remember the name of it because I don't remember which one they announced. I just know it was an old school one and they're remaking it. I'm like, oh dude, this is insane. They held like 300 days of directs off for a good reason because they had a lot of stuff. Not just them. We had Summer Game Fest, we had Xbox Showcase, and PlayStation State of Play. Between all of them, huge announcements. A freaking God of War spin-off game. I never thought I'd see the day, man. And I don't actually play God of War, but a spin-off game. That means that game is so massive, which of course it's one of PlayStation's staples. But they are big enough to have a spin-off game for God of War. That was announced. We know we got Tomb Raider games coming. Spyro the Dragon is getting a new game. I'm like, dude, it just keeps spoon-feeding me all these crazy, awesome games coming. Even a couple of them, I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like Onimushi or something like that. You play as Miyamoto Musashi, the greatest samurai of all time. And it looks solid. The thing that I was joking about that with the Musashi game, which is also on the Switch 2 with motion controls, by the way, is that I joked that I'm like, oh, it's a samurai game. I trained for this with Ghost of Yotei and Ghost of Tsushima. Little did I know, the hardest fight in Ghost of Yotei, which took me very, very many attempts, it was Takezo the Unrivaled. And I did it on max difficulty because I'm an idiot. And I got it, and it was amazing, and I was so proud of myself. Takezo the Unrivaled is a reference because the game Ghost of Yotei occurs in the 1600s, and Takezo is supposed to represent Musashi. Musashi's actual name, birth name, was Shinmen Takezo. And I'm like, so it actually is a Takezo game because you play as Musashi in this game. And they announced that game, and that one's a completely new IP that looks interesting to me. The demo's out. So there's so much stuff, dude. We know Mega Man's in the works. We know Castlevania's in the works, although we didn't see Castlevania this time. But we know it's in the works. And we know that, uh-oh, watch out, I can't really, yeah, we gotta watch this guy a little bit. And we know that we're getting a new Tomb Raider, a couple of them, new Tomb Raider games. I have to get close to this guy, and I just realized how hard that is. I'm open to, you know what? Die, the Sprinkler of Death. What do you think of that, huh? Maybe I just stand back here and be a coward, huh? But that Persona 4, and not only that, we got the Persona announcement, the big one. So, and which I guess I mean, it was maybe a little on the leaked side, but regardless, it's okay, all good, nothing to worry about, nothing to see here. I'm just, you know, I'm fine, everything's good, the shell's open. Yeah, it's open, all right. I'm just not doing great, Pearl. I don't know, maybe you know, just a couple of those bombs that I got you, that would be awesome. I didn't think this was going to be a problem that I had to contend with, but all of a sudden I'm realizing that it is. All right, so put the shield up, blow them up, grab that, and get out. Let's go. All good? Just gotta do a little jump rope. I'm not doing that very well. Whoa, dodge that, and get out of there. Can specials are not exactly what I'm aiming for. How about some disc pieces? That would be good. Blow them up, blow them up, blow them up. I got an umbrella shotgun. I should use it. Okay, do that and run. This is not going quite as well as I thought it was going to go. I thought, honestly, okay, all good. Everything's fine. I have no quarrels with any of these guys. It's just they're doing their thing. It's, you know, he's going psycho. Uh-oh. All good? All right, got you. Knock that into him. Maybe that'll help. Yes! Bounce that back. We got 2 pieces. All right, one more piece, one more disc piece, and I'll rest easy because I'll have the win. Let's go. Grab the disc pieces. There we go. Throw that. All good. Got some ink. Let's go. He's tiny, and he's defenseless. Let's kill him. He is defenseless, right? Yeah, he's totally defenseless. Just bounce him off the umbrella. He can't do anything right now except fly. Would you get back down here? Ow, that hurt. I'm not invulnerable. I'm just a little OP right now, but I'm good now. All right, watch out. I know it's coming. Whoops. Let's dodge that. Oh, wait, no. I can knock that back. You know what? Throw that, and let's see if I can hit him with that. Get you guys. Oh, that's right. That thing's, his purpose is to attack. Yeah, he does that. Because that thing's whole purpose is that he likes attacking round objects and knocking them like ping pong balls. All right, come on. I can do this. I know it's a little difficult, but it's not that bad. Go, 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 go. Oh, God. All good. Yep. Wait. Fly. Pearl, fly. We're good. I'm on my painful girl arc. That's all. Run. Everything's fine. Done. Oh, right with my face. Did you guys see that? What a dodge. It's great. Pearl, I'm glad that it's cracked. You know who else is cracked? Me. I have no idea how I won that. I should have died 5 times over. Let's go. Test passed. How on earth are you alive? Because if I can breathe, I can fight. There was blood coming out of every hole, including a few new holes. But I did not perish. That was incredible. 8. I already knew you were good, but not this good. Act, do you consider that good? Or Oct? Oct, do you consider that good? I consider that, skin of my teeth. They know not how good I am. Oh, you finally noticed? 8 is incredible. And Pearl is incredibly incredible. Yeah, I've seen that dialogue a million times. All right, that was painful. I will elect to take the vending machine now, thank you. All right, hanging in there. Let's make a run, guys. I might do some salmon run after this because there's a triumvirate, so I at least make one run at the triumvirate, but you gotta climb up the rest of it. I just want a bomb. I'm tired of the sprinkler. All right, let's see. Squid attack. I don't use those, unfortunately. Sticky ink. Go ahead, give me that. Let's see. 450, 900. Do I want to... I'm going to save this in case I see another vending machine or something goes south. And we have a couple of little complications on the way up the tower here. All right, let's see. Swim speed up. I really don't need that. Special charge and lucky chain. Special charge. You know what? I'm going to make the executive call here because I'm not going to use the other ones. I throw that rain basically because it's there. And I'm not going to use squid surges or squid ink. I'm not swimming particularly fast because... Oh, wait, hold on. Fleeing foes. I got to see what... You know, if I grab my objective, it helps obtain the objective if I know what I'm doing. All right, well, there he goes. Wait, kill that thing. All right, we're good. Nice. All right, what do we got? We got some armor. We got some good stuff. There you go. Enjoy that. That was spectacular. It was so slow. I shouldn't have done that. All right, well, you keep doing that all you want, but you will eventually get cut off by my ink, which makes you slow. Maybe. Yeah, see, you're having problems. Whoa! I think the umbrella stopped him. I don't know. I feel like that one was a umbrella tactic there. That was top strats. Also known as completely lucky. Come on. All right, throw that and get him. You guys are still spawning. I was kind of caught in the chase. I wasn't paying attention. See, if I had a bomb here, this would be no problem at all. Test passed. All right, we're on floor 23. We're getting close. Ink damage, turf, drone gauge, rush attack. I'm gonna give this to the chat. I think I know which way you're going. So far, nobody tries to get me killed anyway, so I got that much going for me. I forgot I copied something else to my clipboard here, so give me just a sec. I was setting that up and my Discord link was copied to my clipboard. I'm like, whoops. All right, guys. I feel like the red chip is probably the one, but at the same time, rigorous. Got to be a little careful with those. Playing a weapon that's not really going great for me, but it looks like you guys want the rigorous as much as I think that's probably the best one. The drone gauge is really not that bad of a pick, so I'll give it about 30 seconds for anybody that has not voted yet. See, not yet at least. Not yet what? Not yet I haven't faced a rigorous that got me killed? That's true too. Hey, for anybody that took the time to leave me a like on the stream, by the way, I really do appreciate that you took the time to do that. So since you took the time to do that, I take the time to thank you for doing it. Alright, I think that's probably pretty good. Let's do it. Ink damage. That nobody wants you dead. Nobody wants me dead yet. I haven't seen anybody voting for like all swim speed and squid rushes and getting me killed. Archo somewhat tries to get me killed, but it's in a very different way. He just goes for whatever the hardest floor is. We're good, right? Oh, okay, maybe don't go in the center of all that. Let's, all right, let's do that. I'm stuck. Come on, come on. Uh-oh. Pearl, yeah, I ran out of ink. We're good. Just throw that. And we're good, we're good. Everything, just use these. Use these as much as you can. Like, bump into all of them, dude. Blow this thing up, it'll kill that one as well. All right, problem solved. This is the big one, this is the nasty one, and I definitely don't want to leave this for last. Watch out, sniper. I was gonna say, there's a sniper still around here somewhere. All right, we're good. We got that. I saw the armor and I missed it, so there's that. That was fun. All right, knock into that. We're good. Like, hit all of them, dude. Just hit all of them. I don't even want to do this. Like, there we go. I'm just letting the passes do that. There we go. Test passed. I literally was just like, forget it. Hit the tops. We're good. Definitely get some stamp or splash down next time a vending machine. I wish I could. It won't give it to me. Ink attack size, can special drop. Knockback doesn't seem like it's... I mean, it sounds like it'll compound. I don't know. What do you guys think? This is an opportunity for a solid core build. or we can just add to what's already there. I haven't seen any multi-chips. That one right there is like the first one I have noticed. The ink attack size with 2 chips. I feel like that's not bad. That's not bad at all. We'll see what you guys think. All right, floor 3 takes the lead. I'll give it a few more seconds. Yeah, no, this Direct is going to have wallets everywhere screaming, because I kind of wonder, like, so let's talk Ocarina of Time. I've been saving that. I'm guessing Ocarina of Time is going to be a full-size, like, full-blown $70 game. But what you're getting for it is a remastered version of one of the greatest games they've ever made. Now, here's the first question. Is it a one-to-one remake, or do they add maybe new dungeons, side missions? I'm sure they're going to add some, like, quests off in the distance somewhere to do some silly stuff. But the question I have is it a one-to-one remake story-wise? Outside of that, if we get a really, really, really good showing, which it's Ocarina of Time, it's going to definitely sell well. You have to assume that Majora's Mask isn't far behind. I want you guys to think with a realism look. It looks like a very realistic, like it's not an anime style, it's a very realistic look to the characters. Imagine what that's gonna look like for Dead Hand, for Bongo Bongo, for Majora. Dude, we are literally gonna have basically Zelda horror games. Prepare an entire new generation for their trauma, because it's gonna be intense. They are never going to want to wear masks at Halloween again when they're done playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask remake. Especially Majora's Mask, but those masks are not the only creepy ones. There were masks in Ocarina as well. I literally cannot wait for this to be in our past, to be history, to where it's like, dude, I have Ocarina of Time, I have Majora's Mask, and I have remakes for those 2 as well, all available to me to play anytime I want. That's going to be good times, man. It's going to be really good times. Now, I could see them going south with it. Maybe they screw it up, but I just don't see them doing that. I don't see this going poorly. All right, let's throw that, and then let's do one of these. Knock into that. We're good. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Just a little bit further. Come on. All right, I need to move down here because we're not done yet. It's looking good, but we're not done yet. Come on, a little bit further, a little bit further. Test passed. Ah, did it cycle through? We're done with Triumvirate? Ah, man. Well, that's just a very disappointing outcome. I feel bad about that. I guess to that extent, it is kind of getting late, so maybe I should focus on finishing that workout, eating, and going to bed anyway, so I didn't realize it was going to be this late, but I definitely would have stayed up longer than I should, considering I'm living at work right now. It's crazy how many hours I'm at work. I probably shouldn't push it by literally streaming all night long and then waking up super early. When I say super early, I'm probably going in around 4:30 in the morning. Let's see. Drone gauge, rush ink coverage, splash radius. Well, let's see where you guys want to go. I have a lot of drone chips. I have a lot of those chips going on, so the drone gauge is definitely a solid part of this build. I will show you this before I hit vote. Or the rigorous, we go for the rigorous and risk it all. You can see the drone. We've got chip. Now, do we go for everything? Or do we make a solid build, go for an easy? What does rush do again? Allows you to ink more turf with your main weapon while moving, like a roller or a brush. I don't see how that's relevant to the Brella. Maybe I'm wrong, but that doesn't seem like I can do that with the Brella. All right, let's see what we got. We got 2 votes to make it easy, 3 votes to make it easy. All right. Pity on my soul. We shall not jump into rigorous every single time. I have had those moments where every single option that is hard or rigorous is the option every single time. Somehow survived, but not with Umbrella. I had weapons that were... I was a little better with those weapons, put it that way. All right, let's do it. Got that, and got that. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. All right, let's take him out as best as I can, and there we go. All right. The drone gauge is going pretty solid so far. I'm seeing a lot of positive movement on that drone gauge. So definitely, I would say that this build is, I've got the power to fight back, but most of this build is Pearl. I would say that's where most of it, everything we've put into this so far seems to be very Pearl oriented. So I'm doing a lot of work myself, but Pearl is definitely the one that was doing the work on that. So I can see where when we get to the end here, Pearl's going to be like my go-to. Don't you get bored staying in the elevator? Nah. On its own, this elevator heads back to its default position. Oh, you know what? They've said that several times. I've read that dialogue over and over. I don't know if that's the full story. As long as I've known Oct, they've liked cramped spaces and leaning against walls. Yeah, I've read this dialogue before. That is not new. So I'm gonna take the sticky ink because I don't have, literally the other two are literally useless. I have no sound wave damage, and I don't even remember what the first one was. Rush, knockback, or something like that. Trust me, there's no way that I'm letting anything else go in here. We're good. All right, destroy the portals, and this is the one with the bouncies. So it makes me miss Shifty Station even more than I already do, and you guys know I won't let that point die. So let's do that. Let's get that out of the way, and the reason is because I don't want the big one being the last one. All right, let's let you guys do that. Here we go. There we go. I will never forget the legendary Grapple Ink Girl and the bouncing one. I don't remember the name of the bouncing one, but it was really fun for Shifty Station in Splatoon 2. Then there were ones like Bridge to Tentibithia. Maybe that one wasn't a solid win, but it was quirky. What was the one during the Egg Splatfest? Remember the dome, the levels? Like they close, and at a certain point the dome closes and you can't get out of it. So it was timing based. I don't remember the name of that one too, but that was a good one. La da 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 da. All right, let's see. Nito, question: are you doing Friday Night Smash this week? Undecided, just because I know how much time I'm going to be spending at work, so I don't know if I'm going to do it or not. We'll see. Run speed, rush knockback. We're doing the same thing here. I'm going to go with the gauge, so I'll take the reins on that one. I don't remember the name, but I know the one you're talking about. Yeah, I remember that. And the other one I remember that was a really good one was where you rush into the center platform. Remember, we did it with the Stampers with Hammer Time that one time, and it was absolutely hilarious. You would rush into the start area, and it was in the center, because if you went fast enough, you could catch them while they were still getting the ink rails ready to also go there, and throw a bomb where literally they just spawned. They're trying to get over to the ink rails, and you literally hit them with a bomb and blow them up. And I have a clip of actually doing that, and that was back when I was an extreme noob. Now I'm just kind of an average noob. All right, here we go. And even I pulled it off. Is that a disc? Yes, it is. You know I want that. There we go. We want those discs are invaluable. I shall not allow a disc to ever get unclaimed, because that's like, it doesn't matter what situation I'm in, that disc is OP. All right, let's go this. Yeah, I was afraid that they were going to come up on my 6. All right, here we go. Looks like we're good here. Drone gauge, get that going as much as we can. There we go. Nice. Look at all these. Look at all these drops, man. This is going great. Throw that there. I think this was an easy option anyway, or it wasn't a hard option, put it that way. Shooting the bottom of it, but I'm just getting this thing going. All right, you know what? I can afford to shoot the top. There we go. All right, almost there. A little bit further, a little bit further. We're almost to the top floor. Order is waiting. Uh-oh. Smallest, rather. Does not deserve the name Order. Not when you're puny and tiny and you get wrecked all the time. All right, let's grab those gauges. And where is the tower? Oh, it's right here. We're almost there. Okay. Test passed. Oh yeah, the Flutters one. That was a great one. How could I forget about that? That was great. All right, I got the vending machine. I think we take the vending machine and we see if we can find anything out of this. Give me some bombs or something I can throw that's not a sprinkler. That would be awesome. The rain is not bad. The ink storm is not a terrible weapon. It's just, I feel like I could use a splashdown or something else right now. Wave breaker. I'm gonna say no, actually. I got screwed on this. Disc piece. Ooh, but give me all of those, man. I'm here for that. Yeah, let's go. Load me up. And then we'll take that. All right. I'm gonna make the executive call unless somebody wants to stop me right now. You got like 10 seconds to say you are making a huge mistake. Get the wave breaker. It is way better than the ink storm. Otherwise, I'm keeping ink storm and I have no regrets. Speaking of which, do I even have the cash flow for it? Yeah. All right. 10 more seconds, and stop me if I'm making a mistake right here. Here we go. Well, just a little bit more as I reminisce about how freaking scary and amazing Majora's Mask HD, or I should say remake, is going to be, as well as Ocarina of Time. Just don't do what you did with the bosses. I hope they learned not to nerf your own bosses and make them overly easy, because I think what they did with the HDs... the 3Ds, rather, absolutely awful. They destroyed those bosses. Don't do that. I really hope they don't do that. Main firing speed, ink damage, drone splat. Well, it is the last floor, and there's hell to be paid here, so I'll let you guys decide where I go. Do I live or do I die? Because that rigorous one there with the added danger, that seems like a bad idea. At the same time, it looks like we've got a bonus. That one looks like the smart one because we've got main firing speed bonus. I think that sounds solid. All right, let me see where we're at. All right, we've got 2 votes for floor number 2 so far, so you guys are taking mercy on me because this one does not sound like a good idea. This sounds like danger waiting to happen. It sounds like we are absolutely going to die. So I'm good with 4 votes. I feel like I know who that 4th vote was, and that 4th vote wasn't here earlier, so I can only imagine who said rigorous. But nonetheless, I get the bonus one instead, so I get a little bit of play here. So the final floor before the big fight with Smollusk, and I still say that this is the safe option, so I appreciate that. All right, don't take damage. Yeah, that's easier said than done. All right, do you see how many of these there are? I say we start at the high ground. Yeah, we start at the high ground for this. All right, let's blow them up. Get the discs, get the discs, get the discs. Oh, never mind. Don't start at the high ground. Forget that. I'm just going to do that, blow that up, and then we're good. Let's keep going. That disc was crazy, dude. I didn't think I had enough chips to get that crazy with it. That was insane. All right, let's go up here. All right, you know what? Throw that just to get it going because I'm filling that gauge up really, really fast. Like I say, I'm not a big fan of having that here. I would prefer splashdown and such, but I also have my favorite poison ink is going on. Sticky ink anyways, not poison, but sticky. That build was really fun when I did a surplus of, ow, lots of pain. I did a surplus of sticky ink and poison ink. That was amazing. I think that very bottom one didn't go, so I'm just gonna throw that and let's get started. This one should be pretty easy. We're just gonna do that and then go down and get it. Check it out. Got it. Test passed. Floor cleared. All right, guys. I guess that's that. Let's go ahead and full screen this for you guys. Feels like we're reconfiguring pallets at a pretty good clip. Yeah, keep it up, everyone. Out of all the pallets I've detected in the memverse, we should have reconfigured over half. Sweet. Then let's go add one more to the pile. All right, guys, that's the palette we're going in with. Thank you for building this for me, my friends. Thank you for your input. Thank you for voting and giving me a voice of reason and a guiding path. Maybe it was a voice of insanity and a forced path. Nah, you guys knew what you were doing. I appreciate it. Let's do this thing. Control room, here we go. Did you say I'm doing a Friday Night Smasher? No, I am undecided at the moment. Sorry. I don't know because I'm going to be spending so many hours at work. Today, I wasn't there as long as I thought I was going to be. I was still there for a very long time, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. So that's why I was like, on top of all of the announcements, the fact that we have a Splatoon Direct coming, and I got out of work earlier than anticipated. It was still late compared to what I normally work or intend to work, but it was earlier than anticipated. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and stream this. I don't know if I'm going to have that same feeling Friday or am I going to be like beat and done. All right, Smallest. What? You guys again? Ugh, are you here to beat me up some more? He's getting lazy now. He's like, oh, what, is it my ass kicking time? Yeah, go ahead, beat me up, it's fine. To bully poor, innocent, adorable Smallest after splatting me and bombing me again and again? Sounds like the fun's gone out of it. Yeah, that's what I would say. Now it's just bullying. Okay, okay, you want to fight me? Fine, put up your dukes. Throw hands. Say throw hands. Dukes is... We don't use that term anymore. This feels kind of icky now, but it's not leaving us a choice, so a fight it is. Alright, what's his new title? Let's see. Increasingly desperate. Desperate. Overlorder. Alright, let's do it! I guess now we're bullying, or at least we're being accused of bullying, but at the same time, it kind of is true. I mean, lay down your weapon if you're truly, like, tired of getting bullied and all that, and you're causing all of this, so... But then again, you're a victim of your own programming, so what are we supposed to do about that? Dang, look at the damage I'm dealing, dude. I didn't think we had enough chips to do that. That was a sick amount of damage. Yeah, I missed that. All right, let's go. That was a lot of damage. This build is really not that bad at all. You guys killed it. Look at this. Yes, look at that pearl bomb. That was an insane amount of damage. All right, I think I'm gonna have to move. Yeah, I gotta move. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Blow that up, throw that, and let's go. He's going. Yep. All right, he's going with his little blobs, but that's all right. We're good. A little bit more, a little bit more. Take it to fruition. There we go. We're good. All the way. Made it to completion. That reaction terminated with success. All right, let's do this. I kind of got to watch out. Hey, disc pieces. He knocked me back. Yeah, I think I might have missed one. That's a little unfortunate, but realistically, it's best for me to, yeah, get 2 disc pieces, and then you know what we're going to do? We're going to wait to the very end. We're going to wait until Overlorder's final form, and then we're going to start dropping disc pieces. Yeah, he's shooting. I was going to say, I think it's Pearl that actually did all that damage. I said earlier how much damage I did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Whoa. Got a little knockback, got a little stuck there. We're good. Okay. We're going to grab a 3rd disc piece when Overlorder is exposed on the final round there. That, or I'm going to use a disc piece in the middle and just take this thing out. Either one is solid. All right, we're good. Next. Watch out for the chum. All good. La ba ba da da. All right, let's go. That's the other sad part, is that I think it was Eyoshi Gamer that taught me that that this song is actually bullying and making fun of Overlorder. So that's pretty rough. Every single time we do this, you have to listen to a song that was literally a hate song. It was a diss track. Uh-oh. Let's get out of there. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Move, move, move. I didn't mean to get sucked up in it. Is that my 3rd disc? No, it's not, but I can use that armor. All right, let's do that. All right, keep going. Throw that, and I think I hear sharks going. Yep, he's reef sliding. Uh-oh. He is reef sliding hard. All right. So we got that disc piece. This is pretty much in the bag. Let's, no, don't let it run. There we go. Now Overlorder is helpless, but unfortunately I think he's gonna be back in action here pretty soon. All right, yeah, he's back in action. The disc didn't go off. It could have gone off a little bit sooner, or later rather. All right, let's just do that. Got the rain going, got the pearl bombs. Just got to make sure I don't bump into him anymore. Keep bumping into him, and he keeps landing shots on me, and if I get stuck by that stinger, he's done. Or I'm done. Couple of close calls there. Couple of close calls, but we're good. They're making fun of a poor little Smallest. Thank you very much, guys. Another 0 to 30 run. Easy as pie, man. It was good. Although at the same time, I got a lot of hacks going on by now. But I'm not putting all my hacks into making myself OP. I'm putting some into giving you guys options to tinker with too. So, nonetheless, it was a Brella run and it was a good one. Of course, I lost. I'm just A weak little baby. You are literally a giant octopus. Did you just call yourself weak? Man, it burns me up inside when tough opponents say that. You think I'm tough? I just said so, didn't I? All those times you put us through the ringer, you killed me once, that happened. And you still got the nerve to go boo-hoo, I'm so weak. Aw, Pearl. Just this once, I'll look the other way. Do your business here, and then go home. And there it is, guys. No lives lost. 0 to floor 30. Success in 33 minutes, 19 seconds of gameplay. Floor 30 is cleared, guys. Thank you very much for the build. That was a solid run, and this is for all things Splatoon Raiders, because Raiders is bringing the heat, dude. It looks great. I love it's a spin-off game. One player spin-off game. And it seems like it's going to possibly, maybe, be Souls style with the way that you can do raids with multiplayer. So it's a single-player adventure with raids optional for bonuses and such. That screams to me we're going to get a Souls-style super boss. Hopefully it's actually a super boss. I would love to have Splatoon have a super boss in it. I don't think even the hardest boss is not like so crazy that you're throwing the controller out the window. I would love if it's like, you are not soloing this boss. This is a Souls boss. You need teammates or you die. That would be great. Always had a headcanon that Smollusk is Pearl's kid since this DLC came out. I gotta sneeze. Finally happened. I was waiting. I was holding that freaking sneeze in forever. Might have another sneeze coming. Oh, you said Pearlina. Like they adopted it because it's a program, obviously, so they can just adopt it. Otherwise, it gets erased. So, no, that'd be a good headcanon, honestly. Is that Pearlina, the very, very, very obvious ship that didn't sink? If they adopt poor little Smollusk, since it obviously doesn't have a home, we blew it up. Well, we didn't blow it up, but we sort of did. I mean, it's a gray area. Get it? Gray. You know, side order. Everything's white and gray. Anyways, let's see how we did. Not bad, not bad. Look at that go. We had a very mixed yellow-red palette today. I had a lot of cyan blue with the Pearl drone as well, but we hit it hard with the Pearl drone early, and we caught up with the yellow and red. So yellow, red, orange kind of took it. I don't think I've ever built a build quite like this one. I've still got the cyan metallic tentacles. That's what's weird about it is you would think that you can see it right there is it's blue, but most of my chips are not blue. Yeah, they did the most work, but at the same time, you would think I'd have a little maroon going on here, and I don't. That was it, man. That was the palette. Look at that. Looks good. I dig it. I liked it. Interesting run. Yeah, it was a little bit of everything. We were a little all over the place, so solid run, solid win, guys. Thank you very much for voting and building that build. It turned out great, and I love it. We only have 2 more weapons to go before 8's palette at the very end. Hey, 8, did Smollusk seem kind of off that last time? Who knows with that thing. I mean, I think you said that the last time. I think Smollusk was in a bit of a depression the first time and just kind of like, nah, I think Smollusk was depressed this time as well. Just kind of bummed out about this whole thing, so. But at the same time, she just said that, did Smollusk seem off? I'm like, what about the last few times? Like, every time we go in there. Either way, let's see. I'm all caught up. Magical Raven, you got to see the very, very end. The finale, the final run. I think I'm out of time to do any multiplayer. I do apologize. I'd love to go do that, but I do have to be mindful of the fact that I'm going into work very, very early, and I have dinner literally waiting for me. I had it in the oven before I started the stream, so I do want to get to that. So with that in mind, let's do it. 60 pearls. I'll read the diary logs when I have all of them, by the way. So here's another dev's diary. And the final key, here we go. 60 more pearls. All right. So I've got 2 more weapons left and 4 more keys left total. The final weapons are the charger, which I have 3 keys remaining, and of course the the splatling that I may or may not have gotten put in the dirt with a little bit of hurt involved in that. I had 1 key left on that, so I will probably not continue at 4:30. I will do that run from scratch when I do that. But yeah, we're close, man. We're close. DLC is almost 100%ed. Once I have that all done, I get the final palette, which is Agent 8's palette, and I think that I'm curious what that weapon's going to be, and I'm curious where this is all going, because Act still has no backstory. They're still just kind of trapped and sanitized for some reason. I don't know why they have sanitization afflictions. And then on top of that, of course, I don't know where Smollusk is going out of all this, so I'm excited. Cypher, how do you feel about this? Cypher says you can have the Towering. Yeah, they all have their names. So Nobilmente, Gushing Tryon Fillet. Got a toy. Marching Andante. Yeah, they all have wacky names, don't they? This was the Battering Lento. How are the stickers looking? Got the retro ones. I've seen these ones on lockers, man. So we got the retro deep cut, and then the Dream Tapestry number 4. And gear. Of all the gear, I finally have the parallel mask that Agent 3 wears. I'm sorry, Agent 4 wears as we fight that random boss that cloned Agent 4 for some reason. Finally have access to it. Now, I don't know what the last one is. I've seen you guys use this. I've seen people using that. I've seen this. I don't know what that is. We're going to find out when we do the final run. Alrighty, once you get 8's palette, there's more stuff. More stuff. I love more stuff. More stuff to buy. More lore to explore. And the dev diary will be completely finished, and I'll be able to read it from start to end. So, with that said, guys, like I say, it's actually, I would have gone a little faster, but once I realized that I did not know that Salmon Run was toast, I was kind of depressed that when, Kareen, when you pointed out that we lost the Triumvirate, I'm like, I could have done that, but it's probably for the best. Otherwise, I would probably be playing longer than I should have. I said I wanted a quick run up the tower. I didn't say I want a whole bunch of multiplayer. I would have done it, and I would have been up too late, and that would have been a mistake. So, with that said, guys, I'm going to go grab my daily really quick, and it's unfortunate, though. I would have loved to fight the Triumvirate just one time. Just one little fight. I want to check Grizz and see what did it get replaced with. I'm just curious. Yep, Ouroboros. But hey, at least we're going to have Souls-style bosses coming very soon in Splatoon Raiders. We got that much. That's going to be sick, man. I hope they are super bosses. Not all of them. I just hope that the Souls-style ones are like, hey, you can try to solo this. Good luck. It ain't happening. Hey, Ghoul King, here for the last 35 seconds of the stream. How are you doing, my friend? Good to welcome you. Everyone's Consultant is the title that I got. Check it out. Ran right up the tower with no faults at all, man. Not a single death, not a single splat. Not with the Stamper. I just forgot to claim that last time, apparently. The Brella was the subject of this run. So, Brella turned out great. And I had a really, really good time, man. I appreciate you guys coming by on a Tuesday night. A quick stream. I usually don't do too many of them. They're not really the most popular streams in the world. So if you guys did take your time to accompany me up that tower, seriously, I do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. So with that said, guys, I'm going to stand right here where a Splatfest will be eventually. Splatfest is coming, and the cool part is it's an original Splatfest in honor of Raiders. I don't remember what the teams were. Unfortunately, I can't remember that right now. But I do know that we're getting an original Splatfest, no repeat. This is going to be insane. I'm going to play that so much, dude. It's going to be like Grand Festival all over again. I might overhype it, but I don't care. I'm going to be aiming for big things. Raiders is coming. We have a Splatoon Direct coming. Who knows? Maybe they just pop third kits on us. That would be insane. Maybe every item gets a third kit, and we get a new stage and a huge update to finish off the Splatoon franchise for 3 going into Raiders. That would be absolutely amazing. Why am I C+? I dropped down after I didn't play again, so I got to B, and I said, maybe I'll play more, and then I didn't. It's amazing how I have fallen, because I didn't think I didn't play that often, but once I hit S, I rolled back all the way to C+, and every time I said, oh, I should work on my rank, I didn't. My bad. That's on me. Anyways, guys, we had a lot of game announcements, not just from Nintendo in the last week. We've had game announcements from Sony and Microsoft and the Summer Games Fest. Indie games are killing it right now. First-party titles are killing it. I mean, we've got everything from freaking Donkey Kong challenges to Spyro the Dragon is back. It's not from this particular batch, but Tomb Raider is going to get 2 games. We didn't see much Tomb Raider, just a little bit. Saw Tomb Raider, didn't see any Castlevania, but it's coming. An original new game for Castlevania. Mega Man, same thing. Those are all next year. The big announcements like Ocarina of Time Remake, Final Fantasy VII Revelation. Dude, not only did Square Enix announce the end of the Final Fantasy VII 3-part remakes, but they also announced Kingdom Hearts 4 and a brand new tactics-style 2D Final Fantasy game. I mean, Square Enix, like I say, here's your crown. I'm sorry I ever doubted you. And I never doubted them. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and call it there. I got dinner waiting for me. Catch you guys around. Humble and proud. I'm Nito Marquis, and I seriously do appreciate that you spent your time here with me tonight, guys. Here's to Splatoon Raiders. Here's to another Splatfest, a brand new one. And you know what? Here's to Zelda 2, because we had an amazing Splatfest with Team Power, Team Wisdom, Team Courage. That was a sick one. I would rerun that.